Odanik Gijia. Odanik Gijia. He's going to town. Odanik Gijia. Odaja Ngoda Kemikwindak Cho Emikwindak Ibiskawagan. Oda is this. Oda Ngodak once. Ngodak Emikwindak. Emikwindak means he remembered. He remembered he didn't have a jacket. A Biskawagan. Cho Mikwindak I Biskawagan. So once this man remembered he didn't have a jacket. Chojanan Gito Singa Mikwindak Odanik Ewijiat. So cho, no. Jana just adds like emphasis. Nagito sin, I don't have. Gamikwindak, he remembered. Ewijiat, he was going to go to Odanik, to town. So I don't have one he remembered when he was going to go to town. Egijiam get, so it's kind of going, or it becomes Bama later. Wabuk tomorrow. Gikado, he said. Gejep is early in the morning. Nishkaja, the weather is bad or unsettled kind of. Nishkaja. Koe for a while. Gejep, early in the morning again. Ewisnit, he ate. Ebe, like he finished. Majit, eating or leaving. And Majit, Odan kik, he went to town. Odan kut. So Egijiam get Bama Wabuk Gikado Wagajep Egi Nisachya Koe Gejep Ewisnit Egiwisnit Ebe Majit Odan ket. Egi Gishnadot, so he bought, but Gishnadot comes from the verb Gishnadon, which is to buy it. Gewin, also he. Oda, this Biskawagen. Gejo is like warm. Gejo Biskawagen, a warm jacket. Nebiat, when he comes. Odanik, to town. So he was buying a jacket, a warm jacket, when he got to town. Dawau Gamak Zagich Enanibwet Ewabdukwa Jichkanet Oda Biskawagen got. Dawau Gamak is a store. It's a place that sells stuff. Dawe is the verb to sell. Zagich means outside. Zagich. Ena nibwet, so he was standing about. Nibwe is the verb just to stand. When you say na nibwe, it's kind of like you're continually standing. You're just kind of standing around. Wabduk, he looked at. Wabduk comes from wabdan, the verb to see it. Wabdan, so looked at. Wabduk. Wajichkanet. Jichke is a verb to do something. Jichkanet means it's an obviative or storytelling form, which kind of means what he's going to do, what the one is going to do. Oda, this. Oda. Biskawagen, jacket, and then got, one. So he was standing around the store looking at what jacket he was going to get, which one he was going to get. Egi bidget oda dawau gumgok ewa wabduk oda biskawagen. So egi bidget, he went inside. Bidge is the verb to enter or go inside. Oda, this. Dawau gumgok. Dawau gumgok means in or to the store versus dawau gumuk, just store in general. Ewa wabduk, that's another one of those replications. So wabduk means he's looking at or he's looking around. So ewa wabduk, so he's kind of looking here, looking there, kind of looking around. Oda, this Biskawagen, at this jacket, or these jackets. He's kind of looking around at these jackets. So he went in the store and he checked out this jacket, the one he was looking at through the window. Gijo Biskawagen, Ewabduk, Ekitche, Eja, Zagabkuk, Oda Biskawagen. So Gijo Biskawagen, a warm jacket, Ewabduk, he was looking at. Kitche, kind of really and intensely. Eja, Zagebkuk, to put it up or save it away. Oda, this Biskawagen. The warm jacket he was looking at, he was really hoping it could be put back or saved away, kind of like on layaway. Shojana Ekowab Dezot Oda Ekowab Dezot Oda na Noch Gesin Egi Gijuk or Gishkuk Neap A Egi Bodot. So Cho Ekowab Dezot, he hadn't looked at himself, he hadn't seen himself. Oda, this in this. Ekawab dezot, so he looked at himself in this a little bit more. Oda noch being more. Egisket, and then he took it off. Neap a egi bodot, and then he took it off and put it back. So he hadn't looked at it. So he did. He looked at himself with it on, and then he took it off and put it back. Bama ewabduk ebama mina egi wabduk mina ingot biskowagen ewabduk koe bisket emino wabanagwid esuk kwe gijguk. So Bama means later, Wabduk, he looked at it, Bama mina, so he looked at it again, Egi Wabduk, and then Goat is one, Biskowagen is a jacket, E Wabduk, he looked at it, Kowe a while, and Biskuk, he put it on, Minowab Managwa, it looked good, it's Esuk, so he was going to have that one, Gijguk, today. So he looked at different ones, and he saw this one that looked real good, so he put it on, and he was going to have that one today. That was the one he'd kind of selected that he wanted. Mina majitwa dawau nane ekowabdek ingadek o egi winpenguk odabiskawagen. So Mina and Majitwa, he took it to someone. Majit took it to him. Dawe nane, the store clerk or the salesman, ekowabduk, so that he could see ingaduk, what it cost. Winpenguk, it was cheap. It can also mean free, but in this sense it's definitely not free. It's in a store, so it's cheap. It was cheap. Oda this biskowagen. So he took it over to the store clerk so he could see how much it was. And oh, this jacket was cheap. Gotwak pene ge oda biskowagen oda dawau nane. So gotwak is 100, pene always, get also. Oda this biskowagen oda dawau nane, the store clerk. So this jacket was always $100, said the store clerk. The saying is just kind of inferred here. The jacket was only 100, said the store clerk. Chojana nagato sin gotwak oda shonya egi nadak. So cho, no, shana just adds emphasis. Nagato sin, I don't have it in the immediate present. Gotwak, 100. Oda this shonya, money. Egi nadak, he had to fetch it. So I don't have 100, I have to fetch it. I have to go grab some money, basically. Nadam mizinagene, apcha oda mtano, nyanom tane nadeton. So nadam mizinagene, could I charge it? That mizinagene means kind of like to put it to paper, put it to like a ledger, basically, the way you used to write. That's how I used to charge stuff. I used to write it down. So could I charge it or could I borrow it? Nadam mizinagene. Apcha, really, oda this, mtano only, nyanom tane 50 nadeton I have. So could I charge it or could I borrow it? I really have 50 bucks. Excuse me. Ahaw, gikado oda dawau nane. Bama mina wabda gabiadon on it oda mizinagayan. So ahaw, okay, gikado, he said, oda, this, dawe nane, store clerk or salesman. Bama mina, later, again, wabuk, tomorrow, gabiadon, so you bring it, on it, some, oda, this, mizinagayan, to pay the store charge or to pay the charge. Ahaw said, okay, said the store clerk, later tomorrow you bring some money to pay the store charge. Emajit ene giwet ebisket egishnadot odabiskowagen. So emajit, so he left and he began giwet, heading home. Ebisket, he was wearing egishnadot, what he had bought, oda this biskowagen. So he left and started for home wearing the jacket that he had purchased. Iljegi nebiat edat gishamget oda pokonyak. So ilja means and then. It's often used in a lot of times in stories to kind of continue the thought. Ilja and then. Egi nebiat. So egi, that ne is kind of like becoming or starting to become. Biat, he's starting to come. Edat, to where he lives or his home. Gijamget, and that was it. Oda, this pokonyak. That's all it was for this evening. Then he came home to his house, and that was it for the evening. Bama wabak got deba on Mizinigayan so ga Mizinigayan e maji wat Yanom tene egi Miziniget. So aha, okay, Bama later, Wabuk tomorrow, Got debugging is like 1 o'clock. Nianom Tene is 50. Egi Mizinaget that he had charged. So what he's basically saying here is so tomorrow around 1, I'm gonna pay for the charge, what I charged. I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna pay the $50 that I had charged, the 50. Egi Mizinaget Biskowagan e Beatget G Dawau Gumgok e Minat Dawau Nane Gaja Mizinaget or the Dawa Win. So Emizin Get, I think is what this should say. Biskowagan. Or no, he took the Biskowagan and he came inside at Beatget G there to that Dawau Gumgok to inside the store and me not, and then he gave to him Dawau Nane to the storekeeper or the store clerk. Gajim is in to get what he had owed or what he had charged or to Dawau Nanwin on this sale or this purchase, this thing that he had bought. So he went to the store and gave the store clerk what he owed for his purchase or what he had charged for it. Ejajana Majidonda Mine Kado Oda Biskowagan. So Ejana is just that emphatic Majidon, so take it, da, you could. Mina and Ekado, he said about Oda Biskowagan, about this jacket. So you could take another jacket, he said. You should take another jacket. Yo.